Okay, so Chef David, walk me through. We've got a red snapper here, one of my favorites.
We go to the market pretty much daily. We go up to Hunts Point. We have some red snapper here. What I like to do generally, and my fish butcher actually did it already for me, but we lightly score the skin side.
You do that, and I love that.
Yeah, and it allows it to cook evenly, and it helps it from buckling up when it hits the pan. And then we have some sterile paper towels here. It's very important that you keep the fish dry.
Yes.
Because otherwise, if it's got any moisture to it whatsoever, when it hits the pan, it's going to stick.
Right.
And you're not going to get that sear.
And it won't crisp up, exactly.
Another technique that we use is to season the fish last minute, okay? Salt pulls out moisture. So if you season the fish and let it sit, it's going to get moist again. You're going to have a hard time getting that sear. So with some kosher salt, of course.
Of course, that's the #1 salt in my kitchen. The only one. Every once in a while, I'll finish with sea salt.
Season up high.
Yeah.
Okay, that way you get an even dispersion of it. We have some fresh cracked black pepper. Season both sides, once again with the kosher salt, season up high to evenly disperse. And now we're going to go to the saute pan. Okay, so we have some extra light olive oil. Okay, this is good for flavor. And it actually has a lower smoking point. If you use like an extra virgin olive oil, it would probably burn right up on you.
I see it smoking already.
Yeah, some people say that's not healthy, but in the kitchen, this is one of our techniques that we use to make sure that the fish does not stick.
Love that sizzle.
Okay, back on the fire. You can use your fingers.
That is like the best kitchen sound ever.
You can use your fingers, or you can use a fish spatula, which is right here.
I know that about you. You have like no feeling left in your fingers, but for the home cook, a fish spatula, in case they're scared to go in there.
Yeah, I know. My mom freaks out when she watches me do these demos because some of the things that I do, it's just not normal. You build calluses and we're gonna baste a fish, okay, like that, okay.
That's something people don't think about with fish, and it's a really important step.
You don't have to cook the fish on both sides. The best way is just to cook it on one side, and you can baste the other side. Fish is very delicate.
Skin will get nice and crispy, but you keep that, like you said, that really delicate fish from sticking to the pan or separating.
Correct.
But this is when you could add any fresh herbs that you might want.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna let that cook. So we have some arborio rice. You could also use carnaroli rice for this risotto dish, okay? The trick to this now is, this has been par cooked a little bit just because it's gonna take about 30 minutes to do it a la minuta to order.
Right.
We have a little vegetable stock here.
And that's of course homemade.
Of course it's homemade.
But you know at home, you know there are boxed broths out there that you can use.
We're gonna look at this fish here and just let it sit, and it's gonna kind of carry over the pan.
Carry over cooking,
We're not
guys.
gonna give it
They
any
teach you
oven
about
time
that
whatsoever.
all the time.
I'm pretty happy with this actually.
I'm pretty happy too.
I mean, it's
Lucky
crispy.
me.
It's equally brown throughout, uniformly.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna keep this moving, this rice here. Perfect. All right. So this has about another 3 minutes or so.
Okay.
Not even. Okay.
I already love how it's looking. It's starting to feel like very creamy. I feel like the starch from the rice is
It's
coming
already
out.
there.
Yeah.
It's already there. So this is coming out nice. So we're
Beautiful.
going to tighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
And let it take a little bit more of the liquid, and then we're going to finish it with a little bit of basil puree. I'm a big fan of basil.
Me too. It's one of my favorites.
Summer is my favorite season, and that's the season for basil. And I used to do a lot of pesto cooking with my father when I was young and just still even in home economics class, I think, before I ever actually entered the professional kitchen. Now we have our cream cheese, which we're going to finish with, just a touch. You can always add more, but you can't take it out.
Yeah,
so you can
I always say that about dressing. You can underdress and add more, but you cannot overdress the salad. It has nothing to do with when you do that.
That's it. So here we go. I'm happy with this right now. So I want to make a plate. You want to help me plate that? Okay, great. It's always nice to hold the pan over the plate, so that way it winds up in the center of the plate instead of on the rim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little tips.
Little things that you pick
up.
Makes
so much sense.
Okay, so we don't want to overdo with that. We'll do a little bit more, Portion control is key.
Basil
it smells great.
incredible.
I do have to say so. Now we have our fish here. So what we're going to do is, it's always nice just to blot it on a piece of towel. Ooh. That way you don't get the grease on the plate.
Yeah.
Okay, nice and delicate and gentle.
Gorgeous.
And we have a little bit of a little basil oil. We put a touch of tarragon in here as well, a little parsley to help boost the color. Okay, and we have, this is we do with some pickled red onions now. Yeah, it's a little sugar, a little red wine vinegar.
And I love that for that little bit of acidity on top of that. Just
it pops in your mouth. It cuts the fattiness of the risotto.
Yeah.
We put some peppercorns in here, some bay leaf and thyme. And that's the dish.
That's
It's
a
very
dish that took
simple.
minutes to prepare. It's a dish that I want to eat. Can we taste it?
Please.
Let's take a taste. This is a big bite.
Cheers.
Ching ching.
Chin chin. Not bad, huh?
Not bad at all. Not bad, like I want that whole plate.
Fantastic.
Oh, that is so amazing. That's fantastic.
Really enjoyed it.
This is why I come into the Prime Grill for everything. For birthdays, for anniversaries, for Chef Davis food. Amazing.
Thank you so much, Jamie.